aspects of all the philosophies of all the kingdoms of the ages. Now Revelation chapter 17 gives us more details on this issue. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show ye the judgment of the great whore, so strong words, that sitteth upon many waters. So here is a woman that is a prostitute. In other words, she is unfaithful to God. A woman, in a biblical sense, is a church, and there are numerous texts in the Old and the New Testament to substantiate this. We looked at the various issues pertaining to the papal power and the power that arises out of the earth, and we identified that as the United States, which would force the world to accept legislation honoring the first beast. Now, that is a process which will have to continue over all the kingdoms of the world. Now, Revelation chapter 17 gives us more details on this issue. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show ye the judgment of the great whore, so strong words, that sitteth upon many waters. So here is a woman that is a prostitute. In other words, she is unfaithful to God. A woman, in a biblical sense, is a church, and there are numerous texts in the Old and the New Testament to substantiate this. Christ is also the husband. He's coming to fetch his bride, the church, the woman aspect over there. So this great apostate woman sits on many waters, and we saw that the waters are multitudes, nations, peoples, tongues, according to the definition in Revelation itself. And with this woman, the kings of the earth have committed fornication. That means they've had relationships with her, which were, of course, contrary to the relations that God would like them to have. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. That would mean, if wine is a symbol of teachings, doctrines, then wine of fornication that makes drunk is doctrine that confuses the mind. So basically what the text says is that a church, an apostate church, is in control of issues. The kings of the world have relations with this apostate church, and they are drunk. They cannot understand, because they have absorbed these doctrines which are contrary to the Bible, because they are doctrines of prostitution. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast. So here is a red color. This is a color of sacrifice, and it was full of names of blasphemy. So there's a blasphemous power, and we saw what that meant when we looked at Revelation chapter 13, and the Bible gives us clues by showing that to say that you are in the place of God, that you are God on earth, that you can forgive sins, that you can take that which applies to Christ and apply it to yourself, that's a blasphemy. And we saw that the Roman church had actually done that. So this woman sitting on the scarlet beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And that, of course, again is the symbol that we had in Revelation chapter 13. If you count the heads that we have in all the beasts of Daniel chapter 7, you will find that there are 7 heads there as well. Because the first beast obviously has 1 head over there, which represents Babylon, the lion. Medo-Persia has 1 head. Greece is represented having 4 heads, and then 1 head of the final beast in Daniel chapter 7 adds up to 7. heads. That means over time, all the time periods are covered and have been incorporated into this one structure. This Catholicism structure has aspects of all the philosophies of all the kingdoms of the ages embodied in it. It has perfected paganism, if you would like to call it that. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, two colors which apply definitely to the Roman Church. They use the colors purple and they use the colors red for cardinals and for bishops.